oh man, it's been a while since I've heard that music. It's a good way to get a Wednesday going in the afternoon here. It's Trib Live Radio, Justin LeBar with you. Having another one of our famous Blush chats. Obviously, Blush, the gentleman's club in Pittsburgh, 9th Street downtown. Every single week, almost every single week, they have some of the best girls you can find in the adult film industry that are making their appearances that you can go down and see. And this week, I know you like to go by the Latin star. I
do. Guys, it's Nikki Delano.
Nikki Delano here with us. Follow her on Twitter, @Nikki Delano, just as it sounds. Welcome. First time to Blush, isn't it?
Yes, it's my first time. I've been in the industry now 6 years, and I've always wanted to feature at Blush. And for some reason, my schedule and their schedule never matched up. I'm here, so I'm super, super excited to be.
I'll say, and Blush has a pretty good national reputation.
I know. Didn't they win the Edie Award for the best feature club?
I believe they did.
Of the year. Yeah, they're amazing. I mean, the staff is awesome. The club is beautiful. I mean, the stage it's awesome.
Yeah. Well, and you came at a perfect time because I'm sure you've heard just in the last year they just remodeled it.
They did. It's gorgeous.
Added the second and third floor. They have a wonderful kitchen, the sports bar on the top floor, which you can still get your fill of the ladies, but not
and
quite.
The food is absolutely awesome.
It is. It used to be kind of like a stigma about you going to a strip club and food. Like, do you want? But this is the food is very, very good.
They even have steak. I mean, the steak was. It was amazing.
Very, very good stuff there. So first off, I'm just kind of get to know you. You've been featuring for 6 years now, correct?
I have. I've been in the industry 6 years. I've been featuring for 6 years. Normally, girls, they don't just jump into featuring, but for myself, it just happened and just went into dancing. And I didn't dance prior to doing the adult business, so I learned along the way. And last year, I won Night Move's Best Feature Entertainer of the Year award. Fan choice, and I mean, I really enjoy featuring. I mean, it's an up close, more intimate. It's rather than online doing your porno. I mean, I love shooting porn, but the featuring, you get to meet the fans face to face. I mean, you get to really put a name to a face, and the guys who tweet me all the time. I mean, I go to state, and I've been out of the country featuring. So I mean, it's really rewarding for me.
How did you trip into the business? How did you find your way into the adult film business?
Okay, everyone always asks me how did I get into the business.
Everybody wants to know.
Yes.
Everybody wants to ask everybody. How do you get? Because everybody's their own path.
So in 2009, I graduated college with a degree in forensic psychology, a bachelor's. I was working in a nonprofit company, and I did modeling as a hobby. And so, aside from that, I was dating this guy. And
there's always a guy.
There was a guy.
A guy.
He had a big part of me, going into the industry. So doing modeling, I was doing athletic modeling, lingerie modeling, and then it just progressed from less clothes to like little itty bitty like paint and stuff like that, and not yet just porn.
Right.
So someone offered me to shoot my first week of porno in Miami, and being working a 9 to 5. I mean, it was just really appealing to me.
Yeah.
But I didn't take it right away. I didn't take it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to think about it because my family is extremely, extremely religious.
Oh, really?
They're Catholic. They're Latin. I mean, sex is something we don't even talk about until you're married.
Right.
And it's something that's frowned upon. Anyways, the guy that I was dating cheated on me. I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm actually going to do the porn. So when it comes out, he's going to see it. And it's going to yeah. So that was one of the reasons why I actually did it. I didn't take the jobs right away. I waited until, I wanted to think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was about a month in when he cheated on me. And I was like, you know what? This is the ultimate revenge.
Please tell me you've seen him or talked to him since that point.
I've spoken to him. Now we're cool. But when he found out, he wanted to kill me. He literally wanted to kill me. At that time, I was living in California. I was originally in New York when this happened. When him and I were dating, and I was in school, and I graduated and all that stuff. And then when it took off as far as, everybody wanted to book me, I was like, you know what? Let me just move to California. Just make my life so much easier because, as you guys know, the adult industry is extremely large. It's Porn Valley in LA, so yeah.
Yeah, well, and I want to get to that in a second, but I want to get back. So your family, I mean, obviously you've been doing it for 6 years. Obviously they know.
Yeah, they found out the first month I was in. I mean, when you shoot, girls think that they're going to come in and make some money and then, just not shoot anymore. But if you shoot for Bang Bros. Can I say Bang Bros and browsers and stuff like that on air?
You can say whatever you want.
When you shoot for companies like those are the top companies. I didn't really know the impact on porn on men, and all men watch porn. I mean, women too, but they found out because my uncle goes to the same gym as I, and one of the guys at the gym told my uncle, and my uncle told my family. So the first month being in the adult industry, they found out, and they disowned me. They didn't want to talk to me, and then obviously, you know.
Well, I imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you're having sex on camera, but as you know, like I work a lot with pro wrestling. We always a lot of times draw correlations to the adult film industry, even to pro wrestling in terms of the entertainment side, the showman, the travel.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you're having sex on camera, but at the same time, it's an entertainment. It's just it's an art form. It's in its own way. It's
but you know,
it's hard to explain that.
It's families. They don't understand.
When they're little girls naked on camera.
Yeah.
With a random guy.
Yeah, I know my family. They're so strict. But now they know what I do, and
you probably make
it's
good
like,
money too.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I feature dance. I do mainstream. I do the adult. I mean, I've branched out to many different.
They get nice Christmas presents. It kind of eases the whole thing in.
So it's like an elephant in the room when I go home, but we just don't speak about it. And I don't ever ask them for anything. I mean, I take care of myself. I mean, I love what I do. So they can see how happy I am, and they don't see I'm living a bad lifestyle. I mean, I'm really healthy. I take care of myself. I work out. I eat. I mean, they're probably thinking that the whole stigma about porn, it's dirty. People do drugs. They're just not.
You look great. You look in fantastic shape.
Thank you.
And you also have your own radio.
I do.
Gig going
every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Vivid Sirius XM 791. So yeah, it's a really sexual, sexy show. Just it's the guys can get off on the air with me. I have my sexy hot topic. I talk about vaginas, about penises.
So you have one of the best voices I've heard.
Thank you.
I mean, aside from the visual, you have one of the best voices. I can definitely see you having the perfect
sex talk radio.
Yes.
Very sex talk radio-ish. I mean, I've been doing it now maybe like 7 months. It hasn't been that long.
Give me your sexiest voice. Give me like a.
Ay, papi, qué rico, mi amorcito. Dame un besito. Esa lengüita, mi amor.
See, there was one girl in college. She would speak Spanish, but in bed, and I didn't understand her. So it was. But
just talking it just sounds sexy.
And she wasn't even Spanish. It was kind of. It was.
She wasn't.
No, I don't. No? She was like a white girl from like the country. I'm like.
Oh wow, that's so crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah. So I want to go back. You were saying how it's like Porn Valley. It's a very large business.
It
takes a
$1 billion business.
Takes a lot to stand out too.
Yes, it does.
I mean, there's a million blondes. A million blondes with big boobs. So what is it you have to do to carve your niche, to make yourself?
So I always tell girls when I came into the industry, I was a redhead. I mean, now I'm blonde, but I'm a natural redhead. Mm-hmm. So my thing was the redheaded Latina, the fitness girl. You have to create an image. You have to have a really amazing agent, not somebody that's going to throw you into everything. You have to have somebody that cares about your longevity. And I mean, you can't shoot everything.
Right.
Like myself, I just shot my first DP, and I've been in the industry 6 years.
You got to pace yourself.
Most girls now, they shoot it within their first year because it's so competitive. So you have to pace yourself. You need to find a really amazing publicist, because I tell you, social media publicity is key. Mm-hmm. Some girls do not get that. This day and age, social media is absolutely critical to your whole career.
Sure. And that's across the board, not just porn, everywhere.
Exactly.
Really.
It's key. A great feature agent.
Mm-hmm.
That's key. I feel like when you branch out, you do hosting events, you do feature dancing, you do public appearances. That also boosts your career. And as far as doing a lot of public appearances, as far as radio shows, and it gets your name out there to different areas. I mean, like your show, you have your audience.
Sure.
My show, I have my audience. I mean, just to branching out to different audiences, your name builds up.
Absolutely.
And I think just a lot of public appearances, radio, PR, amazing agent, and just on set, it's like a job. You have to be disciplined. It's like a 9 to 5. You have to go in there, perfect hygiene, have perfect wardrobe, do your best. I mean, you're having sex, but you have to make sure you enjoy sex, and you have to see it on your face. You just can't be like, oh, I love sex, but like, ugh, like have like a stuck up face or something. You have to really get into the scene, put your best performance out there, because there are so many girls in this day and age doing the adult work. I think my mic is off. Oh no, there it goes.
There you go.
That you have to put on a great performance.
Do you ever get tired of sex?
There's times where I'm like,
does it affect your personal life, or I mean, like you just like, you're like, all right, I'm done.
I have my days.
Yeah.
I mean, you go onto set and there's sometimes there's not the chemistry there, but you're professional. You still have to do it. The guy might not be the most attractive guy, but I mean, you're working for a company. Either way, you have to make it work.
Sure.
And I have my off days. Don't get me wrong. I do have my off days where I'm like, the scene is like, oh, it's mediocre. And I like to do great scenes. I don't want to have a mediocre scene, but we all have our bad days.
She has got her crap together, as we would say. Nikki Delano, she's going to be at Blush all weekend long.
Yes, I am.
2 shows each night?
2 shows each night.
Very good. Make sure you follow her on Twitter. Come by and see her. Very, very nice to talk to, as you heard. Beautiful. Go see her. I'm sure DVDs, pictures, and everything with you.
Yes,
cool.
8x10s. I'm also doing private lap dances, the VIP room, champagne rooms, and my shows are like around 10:30 and 1-ish, or like around 12:30, something like that.
All the reason right there for you to go to Blush. 9th Street, downtown. Again, every single week. Blush right here on Trib Live Radio.